Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name's Tyler. Just turned 37. Thank you. Been thinking about midlife crises, that kind of stuff. My dad, when he turned 40, he bought a Corvette. I think I'm gonna buy the expensive eggs at the grocery store. Just waiting on that loan to come through. It's pre-approved for an 18 pack, but I want to live, within my means. Probably just get the dozen. Food's like crazy expensive though, right? I've been thinking about, growing some of my own. I've got some soil, some planters and everything like that. And as soon as I find some Hot Pocket seeds, I get started. I don't think you could ever make a show like Seinfeld today. With those characters and those plots, like, if you went into a network and you pitched that show, they'd be like, that's exactly like Seinfeld. How'd you even get this meeting? I changed the voice in my GPS to a woman's voice, and I've been getting lost a lot. It's not because it's bad at giving me directions or anything, but because it kind of sounds like my mom, I don't have to listen to her anymore. I'm 37, I moved out 6 months ago. You don't have power over me like that anymore. I went up to a girl the other day and I told her she was just my type. And she was like, oh yeah, what type is that? I was like, whoa, not nice to me type. Yeah, I could just tell kind of by your whole demeanor that you never respect me, and I find that pretty hot. Well, she spit in my face and I started crying. It's not every day you meet the one, But she took pity on me though. I got her number, and started paying her rent. So, it's pretty cool, it's a big step. We're going on our first date in July. Really looking forward to that. I think I'm a pretty good guy though. I've never sent a dick pic before. It's pretty good. I've taken a lot of them though. My phone's full of them. They don't take up a lot of space. No, I'm into it more for the art, right? I like to do different styles, different poses. Got some classy black and white ones, Western theme, cowboy hat on there. Been doing like bigger series of photos too. I did the winter collection over the winter, and that was a bad idea, The photos came out great, but the subject was just a little underwhelming. Dumb idea. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done the Black Lives Matter series either. Why did I do that? It's not really my story to tell. It took a long time to get the paint off too. It's just so stupid. Speaking of photos, I've been noticing on Facebook and Instagram a lot of parents blurring out their kids' faces in their photos. I just want those parents to know I can unblur those photos. Take it easy. Yeah, I've got a computer. I know how to use it. I feel you guys pulling back, but listen, I just think kids are cool. It's not weird. That's all. I do find it kind of strange, though, that they blur out their faces and not their young bodies, right? That's on me. I made that weird again. My girlfriend, she works at a dog shelter, and she was telling me that dogs that are like missing a leg or missing an eye, they always get adopted really quickly. I don't know if people feel bad that, want to do something nice. But either way, it gave me a really good idea to start moving some of these ugly dogs. That's right. They didn't like the idea either. Not allowed to visit my girlfriend at work anymore. It's okay. I've been getting into some bondage recently. It's a lot of fun. And the way that I like to do it is I like to get on top and fall asleep. good luck getting out of there. Yeah, a lot of it is the building of anticipation, and nothing builds anticipation like 8 hours under a sweating, farting hairy guy. Right? Really does the trick. Been practicing some polyamory too, and the way I do that is I just jack off on the light rail. Got lots of partners, everyone has a role. Some people are calling the cops, some people are covering their eyes. And it is a light rail, so a few people are usually joining in. Those are my ride or dies, It's a non-ethical non-monogamy. That's the term, anyway. When I was like 12 years old, I really liked black lights and blacklight posters, that kind of stuff. I thought it was super cool. And then for my 13th birthday, I got a blacklight as a gift. Blacklight's a really terrible present for a 13-year-old. I had no idea. I was excited. I ran up to my room, plugged it in, turned it on. Looked like fucking Meow Wolf in there. It was like a disaster. Then I got grounded, which kind of sucked, but honestly, it gave me a lot of time to work on my art. I got pretty good at it, if you ask me. I got a haircut a couple weeks ago. I like to go to the salon to get my haircuts. It's a little pricier, a little inconvenient sometimes, like $25-$30, but you do get touched by a lady. And that's what I'm there for, right? It's great. She asks you how your day was, sprays water on you. It's excellent stuff. And every once in a while, like a boob will accidentally hit up against your elbow or your shoulder. It's worth the extra money, folks. That's why we're there. And it's great because you're already underneath that privacy cape. You do whatever you want under there. Yeah, you can't moan though. You're not allowed to moan. They will kick you out. You kind of time it for when the hair dryers are going though, and you can let a little moan out. Anyway, guys, that's been my time. Thank you so much.
Keep it going for Tyler Betts. I have a